Alright, so what is poppin' party people? Today, we've got some nice coverage for the tier changes that Smogon, I guess, regularly does to, you know, just keep everything running smooth, I guess. Yeah. So hopefully I didn't fuck up Brent's audio this time. Hopefully you can hear him.
Powerful 35 minutes.
Well, I mean, if I do, I'm gonna upload it anyway because, you know, YouTube money. Make like 3 cents a video.
Johnny, don't make 3 cents a video.
I know. I make like 0.3, like 3.3.
You need 100 videos to make it sense.
Yeah.
Oh, you're...
No, I made like 63 cents. Okay, but
John,
what?
I'm looking at this PU usage real quick, and I want you to know, Machop is 209, and it was used like 0.1 times. That's me right there.
Ooh. Gosh, alright, but anyway, like I said, we're gonna be going over the PU, NU, UU, RU, and OU tier changes. So, you want to start from the bottom or the top?
I mean, I feel like the bottom will fit because like the mons are like, well, it depends on like how many mons got moved down.
Let's just start from the bottom.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and head on over to Pokemon Showdown, and you can see right here the first Pokemon that has been moved is Tangrowth. Has been moved from RU to OU. So we look at Tangrowth right here. A lot of people that are watching this video might be confused. How did one Pokemon go from RU to OU? Like, why is an RU Pokemon in OU now? Like, a lot of people might be confused, but yeah, all of these stats, all of these tier changes go off of usage, because obviously the tiers are overused, underused, and so on and so forth. So we have Tangrowth here because Tangrowth has been seeing a lot of a pretty fair amount of usage in tournaments and ladder, more so tournaments though. This thing is just really good. Grass, while it's not an amazing defensive type, excuse me. Grass, while it's not an amazing defensive typing, it's just so fat. It's able to be such a good pivot. Why is my voice so messed up? Okay.
Yo, John, can I throw a curveball at you?
What?
Do you think Tangela will get moved?
I doubt it. Tangela to OU. I doubt
No,
it.
it'll
It's
like
pretty, like, it's so easy to overpower, but Tangrowth, it's just really solid because it's able to check, if you're a Soul Vest, it's able to check Pokemon like Starmie, Pokemon like Keldeo, which is really big, and the Pokemon that doesn't care a whole lot about being burned because of that regenerator is just so good. It's such an amazing pivot, whether it be a Soul Vest or one of my favorite sets, the Rocky Helmet defensive set, which is just so good. It gives you a check to Excadrill, switches in on Ferrothorn, Garchomp, Landorus, pretty much some of the most common and threatening Pokemon being used right now. Just get walled by this and they get whittled through the Rocky Helmet, and the damage doesn't really mean much because the regenerator, you just kind of heal it back off when you switch out. So this thing fits really nice on balance. I wouldn't, like, even though it's like fat, I wouldn't suggest it for like stall, but I think this is kind of good for RU as well. I'm not too familiar with RU, and I know Brent isn't super familiar with RU, but
I played a bit the other day and every team had a Tangrowth, so
yeah, Tangrowth is really nice, and I definitely think it deserves to be up there in OU along with Pokemon like Amoonguss. So I think the Soul Vest set is okay. The Rocky Helmet is just really good. So it switches into so many Pokemon right here. Like, you're obviously going to be able to switch into Kyurem Black, and you're going to be able to switch into Heatran and Charizard White. No, I'm kidding. But,
Yo, it can.
No.
Put that Fire Berry.
No. It's so especially frail. It's like ass. on like unless you have like max HP, max would have a soul vest. But yeah. So that's Tangrowth, and we'll go over the next Pokemon, which is Pelipper. You want to say anything about Pelipper?
I mean, Pelipper's interesting. Okay, it got moved out of PU because, like, I don't know why they moved it, but like, it's still good in NU. But like, the reason they moved it was more or less because like, there's better things for like NU to use, and plus Pelipper would fit pretty decent.
Yeah.
In PU at the moment, because since.
Go ahead.
Since like Smeargle, like you see it on the list right there.
Yeah.
Hazard removal is gonna be needed.
Yes. So Pelipper will definitely be very solid in whatchamacallit, PU. It first got moved because it's like same situation with kind of Salamence. Not really, but this thing was just so good at defogging, and water flying is an amazing defensive typing, but this is a really fat mon for PU, and it's just bulky enough, and it gets roost, so it's really hard to kill off unless you have just an immediate, you know, like an Ampharos or something like that. And it gets Scald, of course, which is just probably the most spammable move in the game, and Hurricane and Air Slash as well. So Pelipper, I definitely feel like will be an amazing addition to the PU tier. I'm not sure if it'll stay in PU for long, but
it'll stay at least a couple months.
It's definitely gonna be good at what it does. So I like Pelipper. There's not really too much more to say about it, unless you wanna add anything else.
I mean, like hazard removal is needed. Like, it's so scary.
Yeah, again, like Brent said, especially with Smeargle getting moved down to PU as well. Just defog, and I don't know, just how fat this Pokemon is, and it gets Scald and Hurricane, as I said. So yeah, I think that's all there needs to be said about young Pelipper. But we'll go ahead and move on to the next Pokemon, which is Girder. So,
this is interesting.
Yeah. So I know Girder was NU for a while, and it eventually got moved up because the bulk up set was really threatening, and with Guts and natural bulk, it was really good and really hard to deal with. So yeah, in RU, it got overpowered by so many Pokemon like Virizion, Typhlosion, even it was just any special attacker, offensive Slowking, just Medicham, even some physical attackers that hit hard enough, were able to just kind of overpower this Pokemon. So makes sense that it moved down. It never really got any 11 RU while it was there. But you want to say anything before I go on?
I've used Girder a total of one time, and they got blown back. So yeah.
Girder is just doesn't really fit well in the RU tier. But when it wasn't in NU, it was amazing, and now that it's back, it's definitely going to be a very solid addition to NU. So again, the bulk up set, you could even run a Soul Vest, like a Sheer Force set as well.
If you're gonna run a Soul Vest, you need to run Eviledge on.
Oh yeah. I forgot.
Like
every set should run EV. Okay, I'm bad. I'm sorry, guys. I forget. I'm bad.
Don't crucify him.
You got anything else to say to Girder?
I mean, he probably won't get moved down to PU, but if he will, John Cena's cousin.
I doubt he'll go to PU. He might not even stay in NU for too much longer. But,
He probably won't stay in NU.
The next Pokemon is very interesting. We got Smeargle. So Smeargle started in RU and what's it?
It was an OU at like the beginning of like X and Y.
Of X and Y, yeah, this Pokemon is used all the time. But Smeargle, pretty much, if you have a grass type, you can't be Spored. If you have Defog, pretty much your hazards are useless, and it just wasn't that amazing of a suicide lead because of how slow it was and its defenses being pretty trash. So it just kept moving down RU to NU to now PU. So I mean, obviously this thing has no limits in terms of move pool because it learns every move in the game. But
for hyperspace hole.
I can't really see like Geomancy or like Shell Smash being like super good because
What are you
just like the
gonna
fact
pass
like
it
it's
into?
just really not bulky enough to be able to pull off that. Just I can't really see like anything in the PU tier that you could really set up on except Pokemon like Audino, and that's about it. So yeah, Smeargle, pretty much its only, I think, viable role in PU will just be hazard stacking, which a lot of teams in PU don't have removal at the moment. So
Yeah.
I think Smeargle will be really good, and then people will kind of adjust and kind of be forced to run hazard removal. But yeah, Smeargle will definitely be good at what it does, especially because a lot of Pokemon in PU aren't super fast. So you want to add anything?
I mean, like, the thing is like, so, like, there aren't many hazard stacking mons in PU. Like, you have Crustle.
Crustle is good as well, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I feel like teams might run, like, double hazards, which is stupid, but it might be interesting. Like, you have Smeargle and Crustle. I mean,
I don't know. That's like a little far, but people can, get. I mean, obviously there's room to be creative here with this Pokemon. So yeah, it's nice. I think it'll be a pretty solid Pokemon in PU. Just again for a suicide lead.
I could see Shell Smash in the booth a lot.
And running Spore. I wouldn't really recommend Dark Void.
You're gonna miss.
Yeah, especially if you have bad luck. But I think that's all for Smeargle.
Yeah.
So the next Pokemon me and Brent were talking about earlier, and that is Cacturne. So if we look at Cacturne right here, it's been moved down from NU to PU, and Cacturne
is a threat.
It's really frail and it's really slow, and those two things usually mix to become a pretty bad Pokemon. Like if you look at Pokemon like Rampardos, it's like the same scenario. It's a Pokemon that hits hard, but it's slow and has bad defenses. So
But this thing gets Sucker Punch.
But the thing is with Cacturne, it gets priority Sucker Punched, and nothing resists Dark in this gen anymore. So unless you have a what's Mandabuzz's little Volibee, sorry, or a Clefairy, a physically defensive Clefairy, this thing is going to be
ripping holes through
ripping holes through your team, just because, like, again, there's not really any good dark resistant PU aside from that those Pokemon that we just mentioned.
And what resists dark takes super effective from whatchamacallit? Seed Ball. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, or at least neutral. So
yeah.
It's just gonna be a really nice Pokemon, a really nice wall breaker. Versus offense, versus offense, even though you're slow, again, like, you're gonna have that priority Sucker Punch, which will just it'll do just massive damage. And there's obviously like a Nasty Plot set, which can, beat Pokemon like Clefairy and just like break those holes through teams. Not as much so as a sweeper, but just a Pokemon that just
It's
breaks.
there if you need it.
Yeah. So I mean, like,
Common.
with a lot of these lower tier Pokemon, there's not a whole bunch to say because there's just not a lot to them.
Like, you know what their job is. They're gonna do their job.
Yeah,
That's pretty-
but I think the Cacturn will be really, really solid in PU, and I think it'll eventually probably move up to
It's gonna
BL4, yeah. With, you know, you got Throw, Vigoroth, etc.
Lanoon
You know, a nice Lanoon.
is busted.
But let's see. Up next, we got Muck, another Pokemon that moved to PU that me and Brent were talking about. So, we got Muck, and Muck is really nice. Poison is really good in this gen, again, because a lot of the fairies, even though it's PU, there's not too many fairies. Critical Fairy is just really annoying and runs around on almost every single balance build. So, Muck is definitely going to be solid, just hard-walling a lot of those fairies, and having amazing natural bulk for a PU Pokemon. Like,
I have a team around it already.
yeah.
It's gonna be busted.
But yeah, so
I need my
that base
points.
105 HP is so valuable. Like, average defense, which, I mean, average is above average for PU, and respectable special defense, which invested is very solid. So,
And like the thing about Muck is like, so I was talking to John about it, and like there's 3 sets that Muck can use.
yeah.
You got Banded / Life Orb, Sylvest, and Curse. I mean, It's
Like,
pretty
offensively, this Pokemon is going to be really nice again because there's not a lot of stuff in PU that is going to take Life Orb or Banded Gunk Shot super well. I think Life Orb more so than Choice Band because you don't want to really be locked in. I don't know, it wouldn't be the worst thing, but people could take advantage of it. Yeah, Muck is really nice. Poison Touch is a decent ability, like, just
Sticky Hold.
Sticky Hold is okay, but Poison Touch, I mean, you've got like 60% chance to poison on Gunk Shot, and I mean, I think Poison Touch is nice, especially, you know, like, you got like Fire Punch, like Pokemon like Metang won't
Monferno.
appreciate a Fire Punch. If you look at Muck right here, let's say the Choice Banded set, and we put Fire Punch. Look at Metang, which is decently common Stealth Rocker.
Yo, Trick.
Metang. Dang, what's hold up? Are you serious?
Metang's bulky, bro.
Just 25 to 28. Oh, okay, well, there's your.
Metang.
Wow.
Yo, Trick
Jeez,
Metang. Counter Mucks.
How bad is Metang?
Yo, with EPLI is busted.
Dang. All right, so that's your counter. That's your Muck counter right there. That's Metang. But
So-
again, I think Curse is gonna be okay versus like very few builds. I just think that Life Orb or Assault Vest is gonna be better most of the time. But
Yeah, that will.
but yeah, Muck is just really nice. I think it's gonna be a really good Pokemon in PU as well. So, a tier change that I'm pretty surprised about if we look at what's
It's
next.
to John now. I know nothing about this.
All right. So we got a Pokemon that I know Brent likes. Yo,
Quagsire is savage.
Look at him. He's so dumb. But
In real life, I'm a Quagsire.
yeah, Brent kind of looks like you. Kind of look like a Quagsire. Kind of look like a slow Roto. But anyway, I'm kind of surprised about this change because I think that Quagsire should be a staple on every stall team. I mean, like, I really don't think Quagsire has like any other place that it should be. Like, I don't really think it should be anywhere but on stall. But stall without Quagsire just has such a problem with just Pokemon like Charizard X. Even if you have Unaware Clefable, that thing is gonna take a hefty amount from Flare Blitz, because I mean it's a Charizard X. So and you know, you got Talonflame, which will just rip through you. I just think Quagsire is a staple for every stall team, which I mean is pretty common. So I'm surprised this moved from OU to UU, but
Yo, another surprising one.
you look at Quagsire's stats and you question why it's even OU. But I mean, you could also look at a Pokemon like Clefable and think that
the ability
think the same thing. But yeah, the ability is what makes this Pokemon so good in Unaware.
And like another example, if Arceus didn't have Defeatus, it'd probably be OU.
I don't know. Probably like
Maybe
UU. Because I mean, Stone Edge missing and like it's fast, but frail still. Probably like UU. I don't know. But Quacks, like the Unaware ability, pretty much making it the only reliable check to Charizard X.
Yeah.
Is just super valuable. Talonflame, again, I just think this Pokemon should be a staple on any stall team. Gives you Toxic, you could even run Curse variants. I know that was on like ABR stall that people are running right now. So yeah, Quagsire is just again, like the only place this really fits on is stall, but like it's one of those Pokemon. It's just like Clefable, where it's like it's not that fat, but it's just fat enough to do what it needs to. Very good, or very well, very good. I think very good, but yeah, Quagsire is just a really nice Pokemon. You want to add anything?
I mean, like, and like, I like Quagsire, but like, so like again, I play tad bit UU. I don't see it doing that much in UU.
Yeah.
It walls Darmanitan.
Even on like UU stall, even on like UU stall teams like Blissey, like
it's gonna be disgusting.
You don't really need Quagsire for too much, except Cloyster, which is never used, and like SD Cobalion, which most stall variants still, you know, have checks to that. But I mean, I'm not super familiar with UU, so I can't say too much. But
it's interesting.
It's interesting, yeah. I could even see this thing moving back up to OU.
It'll get more usage in OU than UU.
Yeah, people will probably still use it more than in OU, but Quagsire is just a really good Pokemon on stall, and a really bad Pokemon on any other team, pretty much. But that's kind of the reason it fell, I guess. And it rose from NU to OU in the first place purely because of stall, so we'll have to see where that goes. Maybe it will be, you know, like a staple on UU stall, but I'm not, like, again, I just can't say too much right now. But we look at the next Pokemon. We go to Slurpuff, which has moved from UU to RU. Now, this is going to be a huge problem for the RU tier because
Registeel, go on to Drain Punch.
Well, okay, so like Bronzong is pretty much going to be the only hard counter to this Pokemon, and even then it's going to take like over half from a +6 Drain Punch. So I mean,
but after that,
and Bronzong is an easy Pokemon to whittle, so
Gyro Ball's gonna kill that Slurpuff though.
Yeah, but if you can just weaken that, and Slurpuff is gonna be fat enough in the RU tier for to be able to set up on some Pokemon like Blastoise, if you're willing to risk a Scald Burn, I guess. Even like lead a Selgor, Absol, Druddigon if it's not offensive. Even like Dugtrio, it can set up on if its sash is broken. So this thing is gonna be such a problem because I mean you look at Pokemon like Bronzong and Registeel, which could potentially check it, but those Pokemon always run especially defensive in RU anyway. So this thing is just gonna rip holes through offense. It's gonna rip holes through balance. It's even gonna rip holes through just 6 fat Pokemon. No matter what the build is, Slurpuff will be very solid. And I can see it being a huge threat in RU. So I think it could probably move back up. I could see it moving back up into BL2. Pretty quick.
Tangrowth?
Yeah, and Tangrowth is gone as well. So, I mean, Drain Punch isn't gonna OHKO your Registeel, it's not gonna OHKO your Bronzong, but those Pokemon are pretty easy to whittle if you pair it with a good team. So, yeah, Slurpuff is gonna be a huge problem. Even Pokemon like Venusaur are gonna take like 70% from return, so.
That's crazy.
This thing is gonna be a big threat, for sure. So, yeah, do you have anything to add?
No, that's not all.
I mean, obviously Slurpuff, I mean, it can Calm Mind as well, which I don't see being too good. But Belly Drum is just, Belly Drum with the Unburden is just gonna be so good. So good. So, up next, we have got Mega Heracross. Now, Mega Heracross is a Pokemon that has been getting, that has been rising in usage just because of the bulky set, being able to take like a Side Shock from Life Orb Latios and just killing it, because Heracross doesn't really need the speed to do what it does. So that set is really good, and Sticky Web Heracross is Sticky Webs I'm not a huge fan of, but they're still not bad. I know you at least.
I love it.
Versus like Hyper Offense maybe, but most cases it's just completely team based. But Heracross, its main selling point being that base 185 attack, and pair that with max attack and an adamant nature, you're gonna have 515 attack, which is insane. Like, Landers can't even really switch into a Rock Blast.
It did 50%. So like I was battling John, it did like 50% to his Lando.
Defensive Lando. So and Landers can't even really do that much back to Heracross. So Heracross just rips through fat teams. It's bulky enough to get a kill or two versus offensive teams, and it's just really solid at what it does. So I don't think it'll be a top tier Mega in OU, but I definitely think it deserves to be an OU Pokemon.
Yeah.
So, if you had anything to add,
no, that's about all. Yeah. Pokemon do its job, and its job makes it high tier.
Yeah, it does its job well. I mean, with Skill Link, Stab, Pin, Missile, it's just really solid. And Fighting is a really solid offensive typing. So. And again, this thing is so bulky. It takes Side Shocks from Life Orb Latios with the correct EVs. So up next we got Tornadus, incarnate form, moving from BL2 to UU. So
I like that.
This isn't really a big surprise because the Tailwind set, people started using Bulk Up. Just with the Life Orb, this thing is really hard to switch into. And if you hit those Hurricanes, this thing was just a huge. I mean, I say was, but it still is a big problem for UU. And it's just a really good offensive threat. And again, it gets good coverage with Knockoff, Hurricane, Superpower. I mean, it's similar to Tornadus and OU, but it's really solid in UU. So I didn't really understand why this thing was BL2, and now it's not. So I definitely like this thing is like a pretty solid Pokemon in UU. So yeah, I definitely think it deserves to be freed from BL.
Yo, what about EN Mega though? Like, I feel like EN Mega should be moved from BL. Yeah, it should have.
EN Mega is good if your opponent doesn't have like a Blissey. But the thing, again, all these Pokemon, all of these tier changes are completely based off usage, and no one really uses Yon Mega a lot.
I use it.
Yeah,
It gets a match, but this
yeah,
is off.
Brent, you're no one. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I got 1,330 minutes. Hello?
Nice 1,300.
Nice 1,300. I
Brent
got
is out here.
1,500.
Alright. Brent is out here. They call this man the legendary Sky.
That's the fact.
But yeah, Tornadus, really solid UU Pokemon, and I'm glad it got moved up. So next up, we got Shaymin, and Shaymin
Trash.
has moved from UU to RU. So I like Shaymin.
I don't think this is the first time it's moved from UU to RU. I don't think it is.
I'm not sure. I can't remember if it has. But Shaymin. Okay, so a lot of people right now might be thinking like Shaymin. It's a really solid Pokemon, but I definitely do not think it will be broken in RU. I could actually see it staying there for a while, just because almost every team is gonna have a Spadef Registeel, a Spadef Bronzong, a Spadef, an Assault-Vested Scavalier, or Pokemon like Delphox or Scarf Flygon, Scarf Braviary, Aerodactyl. There's just too many Pokemon that can either hard wall this Pokemon or
The Venusaur is the hardest counter.
or overwhelm it, yeah. And defensive variants of Venusaur as well. Kind of saying pretty nice. And like you look at like a Life Orb Earth Power from Shaymin, it's not doing much at all to
30%.
a Registeel, a Spadef Registeel, and it's obviously doing 0% to a Bronzong. So
And so,
almost
like,
every variant of Registeel and Bronzong are running Spadef. And UU, so I can't see this
That's
thing
like
being too like the only set I could really see being super viable is Substitute Leech Seed. And this could be this could pair as a decent partner for Pokemon that struggle with beating Registeel and what's it called? Bronzong. So maybe like Pokemon that will struggle with beating those two. So like Slurpuff will aid from the Leech Seed and just whittling down the bulky steels. Seed Flare is a good stab. This Pokemon obviously being able to deal with Diancie, so I think that the only set that you should probably be running right now is the Leech Seed variant, which I could see being pretty solid for sure, just because it is so fat with the base 100s. So you want to say anything?
I mean, like, and so Subseed won't be too common. Like from like 1450 down, you're not gonna see Subseed because majority of people use it just because they think, oh, it's Shaymin, it's meant to be a special attacker. So yeah, Subseed's gonna be the best set though, for sure.
Yeah, I definitely think Subseed will be very, very solid in RU, and really, again, like I said, a really, really nice partner for Pokemon that struggle with dealing with those bulky steels. And I mean, if like they don't want to go into their bulky steels, then I mean, Seed Flare is amazing stab. So
like besides bulky steels, there's like barely anything to counter it.
Yeah,
which is like
there's barely
kind
any
of
defensive Pokemon to counter it, at least.
Like maybe, no, that's it. Yeah, pretty much you have to have a defensive steel confirmed. No, are you? So.
Yeah, we'll see how it affects the meta. But up next we got another interesting change, which is Rotomfan. So I doubt this Pokemon will stay in PU for long because
it's gonna be
Electric
busted.
Electric Stab with Volt Switch is just gonna be so good in PU, excuse me. And pretty much anything it doesn't hit, it'll be able to do a decent chunk with Air Slash.
Yeah.
So just really, really solid. Obviously, Levitate is a useless ability, but this thing just has decent stats. Obviously, you're not going to be using it as a physical attacker, but it's got decent bulk. Even, I mean, like, this thing is by no means frail. It's, like, not even, like, super bulky.
It tanked the choice spec skull mode. Tank something. What did it tank in the battle, John?
I can't remember.
Tank something.
But
That natural bulk.
yeah, this thing is just really nice. Got natural bulk. I mean, like, it's not, its defenses and HP aren't like through the roof, but I mean, look at a Pokemon like Rotomfan. This thing, its move pool, it can be Scarf with Air Slash, Volt Switch, which I think will probably be a pretty common set. It's pretty much just like
Rotomfrost,
but it's gonna do its job better, essentially.
I could see double Rotoms on the team.
You can't do that, can you?
You can't? Wait, that'd be dirty. You can't do that.
I don't think you can do that. But yeah,
that'd be broke.
I think this Pokemon, it's been in PU and just moved to NU before, so I'm not too sure how long this thing is gonna stay in PU, but I'm gonna bet that it won't. Anything else you want to say?
Nah, it's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Very.
Rotomfrost is definitely gonna be a nice Pokemon, but what is the next Pokemon we got?
Trevenant, bro.
Is that the last one?
Yeah, that's the last one.
Alright, so we're on the last month, so we got Trevenant moving from RU to NU. So Trevenant, I mean, like, this is a Pokemon that got like usage in like early XY and stuff. I think it'll have pretty decent role in NU.
Tauros check. Besides Fire Blast, Tauros check.
Fire Blast won't be doing too much yet. It gives you a Tauros answer, which is very rare. Kangaskhan. This Pokemon. I don't know. It's hard to tell how it will really affect the meta. I don't think it'll be a broken Pokemon in NU.
It's probably gonna stay.
But I think it'll stay for a little bit. But it's got solid natural bulk and a decent attack stat and
Great ability.
Very, like, 3 very usable abilities. And Natural Cure, which gets rid of status. So phenomenal switching to Scald Pokemon like
I would say Pelipper, but Pelipper just got moved.
I can't think of anything right now.
There's like no bulky waters. Wait, Lantern.
Mansine, Lantern, yeah.
Bulky waters.
So I just think this Pokemon will be a very solid pivot Pokemon. Harvest, Citrus Berry, Natural. I mean, Frisk is just a really solid ability just for scouting items. So yeah, I think this thing will definitely be a solid Pokemon to use in NU. But I don't think it'll be broken. Yeah, I can't say much else. But Trevenant's gonna be a really nice Pokemon. You have anything else you want to say?
No.
Alright, so that's gonna conclude the latest tier changes for
August 4th, 2016.
For August 4th, 2016. So yeah, thank you guys so much for checking out the video, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace. I would tell you to go check out Brent, but
it's not existent.
Yeah, this channel doesn't exist. But alright guys, peace. Bye.